Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be sharing the perfect one-day itinerary in Arches National Park near Moab, Utah. Arches National Park is home to over 2,000 natural stone arches and some of the most jaw-dropping landscapes in the US. If you only have one day to explore, don't worry, we've got you covered with the perfect itinerary to see all the highlights, including Devil's Garden, Delicate Arch, and more.
Starting your day off bright and early, you're gonna head straight for Devil's Garden. This hike is 7.8 miles round trip and an elevation of 1,085 feet. But it includes one of the longest natural arches in the world, which is Landscape Arch. If you just wanna hike to this arch without doing the whole trail, it's only 1.6 miles. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to do the complete loop or about an hour just to visit Landscape Arch.
If you are planning a trip to Utah, we have a travel guide for adventure lovers that covers all of our favorite places in this beautiful state. This guide details everything you need to know about traveling through Utah, including the best hikes, natural hot springs, activities, photo spots, where to stay, the best way to get around, and super helpful tips on wild camping and finding amenities for van lifers. Covering all 5 national parks in detail, plus a ton of hidden gems outside of the parks, let us do all the research so that all you have to worry about is enjoying your trip. This guide is an instant download and we cannot wait to share it with you. We have already got so much great feedback on it. We will link it below. Make sure to check it out.
Next, you're going to want to drive to the Double Arch. This is a very short hike. It's only 0.6 miles and 95 feet. You can see it from the parking lot, but it is a very, very cool arch that you don't want to miss. You can hike up onto the base of the arch as well.
Just be very careful because it is a little bit slick. Next up is Window and Turret Arch. This is in the same parking lot as Double Arch. The trail is about 1.2 miles and 154 feet of elevation, so it's really not that bad and it's just fun to walk around the trail and explore the area.
Yeah, there are 2 window arches which are very cool, and then there's a pretty famous shot of the turret arch through the first window arch if you're looking to take some cool photos. After you're done, you're gonna want to go to Balanced Rock. This will be a pretty quick stop. It is right off the Scenic Drive. It's only about 0.3 miles and 45 feet of elevation gain.
This is a very popular and unique spot in Arches National Park, so be sure to check it out. After Balanced Rock, you're gonna head over to Park Avenue Viewpoint. This is basically a drive-up spot where you get a really incredible view of a valley. It actually reminded me of the Needles in Canyonlands National Park. And if you want, you can hike the 1 mile trail that goes down into the canyon.
And we have saved the best for last. For sunset, you are going to hike to the Delicate Arch. This is one of the coolest rock formations we've ever seen. It is a massive freestanding arch.
And also one of the busiest, so be prepared for crowds. I would definitely pack a snack or even like a small dinner because you're probably gonna be hanging out for a while and watching the sunset, which is an incredible experience and well worth it.
Even though there was a lot of people, it was actually really nice. Everyone was just quiet, eating, and taking in the views. This hike is 3.2 miles and 630 feet of elevation gain round trip. You want to plan to arrive at the arch 30 to 45 minutes before sunset. We ran into some poor people when we were hiking out that did not budget enough time and they just completely missed the sunset by the time they got there, and it's a little bit less spectacular. So there are a ton of beautiful hikes and viewpoints in Arches National Park, but a lot of people only have one day, so we have compiled the best of the best into this one-day itinerary.
Make sure to wake up early to beat the crowds and the heat. Bring plenty of water, bring really good hiking shoes, pack a lunch.
Another reason you are going to want to get up early to go to Arches National Park is because of the timed entry. So if you are visiting between the beginning of April to the beginning of July or the end of August to the end of October, so that's the spring and fall, those are their busy seasons, there's a timed entry permit that you will need if you want to enter the park between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. So if you want to go during the day, you can go online and try to reserve one of these timed entry permits, but if you arrive before 7 a.m., you don't have to worry about it. You can just go into the park.
We've seen massive lineups into this park, and there's literally photos online of like huge lineups.
Like 2 hours
waiting
long.
line. Get there early.
Yeah.
And during the week if possible. If you guys have any questions about Arches National Park near Moab, Utah, be sure to let us know in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Make sure to check out our Utah travel guide. It is 81 pages and full of everything that we loved about traveling through this beautiful state. We road tripped around for about 3 months and it's got so much great information. information.
Like this video if you found it useful, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next week.